Morning.
Hello, morning. So we thought we'd better update you on the last vlog that we left it as, well, to be continued.
Oh, we left it at the meal, didn't we?
We did. So we had a lovely meal, but unfortunately after we'd eaten the meal, you wasn't very well, were you?
Well, we'd had the meal, it was lovely. Sat there and they just brought our a drink after our dessert. Put the drink on the table in front of me, and I just looked at it and I felt so ill. So I said to Jackie, I just need some fresh air. Just got to nip outside. And you come to me about 10 minutes after, didn't you?
You said that you wasn't very well, needed to go in and pay, and that we needed to get back to the motorhome, which is what we did. So I went in to pay. People asked if you was alright, and I said not really. Anyway, we all came out, walked back to Whitemead, didn't we? 5-10 minute walk. Unfortunately, you didn't get as far as the motorhome, did you? Because you decided to christen a bush.
I weren't far away from the motorhome.
No, but you decided to christen a nice big bush.
Well, there was quite a shrub area, weren't they? And luckily, I just got there, and all of a sudden it just my whole dinner came up.
We don't need any more detail. No. I was just disappointed that I just paid for that dinner, and it really hadn't lasted very long. Anyway, went back to the motorhome, and you had a wash and got changed, didn't you?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Car outside spinning his wheels.
And a few of them had gone over to play a little pool tournament, hadn't they? So
yeah, over at the bar in the complex.
So we said we would go over there. So we went over there, didn't we? And again, you didn't want anything to drink. We didn't want anything to eat, obviously.
I felt all right then.
And then Martin came over while he was playing pool with a big glass of wine, red wine.
No, I just took one look at this glass of red wine
and ran to the toilets.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
Yeah, so we had to go.
So we thought, right, it's time we left. So we left, got in the motorhome. You weren't feeling too brilliant, were you? You was very queasy.
Yeah.
But yeah, give it 10 minutes and then all of a sudden the diarrhoea came as well. And the rest is history, really, wasn't it? It was just a unpleasant evening until 20 to 4 in the morning.
I was backwards and forwards to the toilet. Luckily the toilets were quite close, weren't they? But
yeah, and luckily I'd got a collapsible bucket, which was brilliant for the other end, wasn't it, really? So while he was out going to the toilet, I'd be at the blooming Elson Point cleaning that out, ready for when he came back in again. Anyway, it was a blooming nightmare. 20 to 4, we eventually settled down, didn't we? Yeah. Got a couple of hours, and I think I woke up again about 6 o'clock. You probably woke up around that time, but you were still sort of dozing, weren't you?
7ish, really, weren't
I went over at 8 o'clock to...
That's the phone. We'll have to stop this here. Well, we're back again after being rudely interrupted by the phone. I suppose that's what you get when you got a shop, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but they was paying, so that's fine.
That's it.
Anyway, went over at 8 o'clock to reception just to see if we could have a couple of hours extra on the pitch.
You've got a good memory as to where we were.
In the view of Ian maybe feeling a little bit better in case it's a 24-hour bug. But our pitch was taken, so they said we had to be off by 11, but we could go into the overflow car park if we needed extra time.
Yeah, for half an hour or whatever.
Yeah. Anyway.
Not their fault they're full up, I don't suppose.
No. Everybody went over for breakfast. Obviously, we declined the offer because you wasn't very good, and I've got to be honest.
I couldn't even look at food.
I think I could have ate it, but I was so tired and I just needed to focus, and I just wanted to get home now, that I wasn't too fussed about food. Anyway, so they all went over for breakfast. We sorted out the motorhome, didn't we? Took far too long in doing it. Should have took half an hour.
Everything was such an effort, wasn't it?
Everything that we was doing.
I felt weak as a kitten. My hand was shaking like this. It was horrible.
So anyway, people had their breakfast, came back. We told them all to stay away from us just in case we got the lurgy, but anyway, they took no notice of us.
No,
so
we all had, and give us all
had hugs and cuddles, and can't wait to meet up the next time, which is lovely. We left we was one of the last to leave, apart from obviously Becky and Dave, who was allowed to stay for the week. Lucky devils. And we left about 11:10, didn't we?
Yeah.
All we wanted to do really was focus on trying to get home. So we did manage to get probably about 120 miles.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, every lorry that went by had some form of food on it, a picture.
It all made me feel so ill.
Which didn't help you, did it? And at one point we went past a Toby Carvery and that made you feel really queasy, didn't it?
All broken.
Yeah. So we'd got about 120 mile down the road and you was feeling really tired, weren't you?
Yeah.
You didn't want me to drive, so we went into a lay-by.
Well, you weren't confident really, was you?
Well, I didn't mind driving. I just wanted to sort of get home, really. So we went into a lay-by and you just went in the back and had a sleep for an hour. I thought, okay, now's my time to have something to eat. So I nipped in the back, got in the kitchen, got myself some goodies, went back in the front and ate it. I thought if he wakes up, at least he won't see me eating it. Tried not to have anything that was too smelly. Anyway, after about an hour, I said, look, we need to get making tracks. We had probably about 60 mile left to go, didn't we? So I thought, give us an hour and then we'll be home. So off we went again. You felt a little bit more relieved, didn't you? And you was a bit more revived.
Little power nap.
Yeah, a little power nap. So we was travelling nicely down the road. We had 4 miles until we got home.
And stupidly, we was only just saying how
nicely
nice the motorhome felt, because
I'd
actually put that expensive diesel in, and it does make it run better, without a doubt.
And within saying that, seconds afterwards, I thought Ian was messing about, because although I got my seatbelt on, I nearly went through the windscreen. I swore a little bit as if to say what the hell was happening, and the motorhome just stopped, didn't it? Suddenly.
It just literally stopped dead.
Yeah.
And as if it ran out of fuel or something daft like that.
So you tried to start it again, didn't you?
Well,
and
none of it.
an EDC light come on, which was electronic diesel control, is what I keep saying. Yeah, EDC light came on. Yeah. So we wasn't really in the best of places because we was on a dual carriageway. Anyway, rung up the insurance. This was 3:45. Made them aware of the situation. They said somebody would come out in an hour. They came out in about half an hour, and it was a guy who literally lives down the road from us. He's one of our customers, and he came and tried to see if he could sort it out, which unfortunately he couldn't. But what he did manage to do was he towed us so that we could go round the corner where
get us off the dual carriageway.
They was doing some roadworks on part of the road where there was bollards, so we moved the bollards and he got us in there and we put the bollards back, or we just sort of moved them so people knew that we was there, didn't we?
And everybody walking past thought it was wild camping.
Yeah, they all thought it was wild camping. Anyway, the first guy had a look. He couldn't plug anything in because the connector is round and his was square. And to cut a long story short, I think I had 3 guys come out, many numerous phone calls to the insurance company and to other people because we needed a low loader because the motorhome's got such a big overhang. In the meantime, Ian was asleep, covered up, quite enjoying life really.
I was just as weak as a kitten still. I still couldn't eat anything. I couldn't really drink anything.
I just kept trying to wake him up a bit if someone was coming in case they asked me some questions about the motorhome that I couldn't answer. I took many pictures, many videos, sent them to lots of different recovery people. We had 2 or 3 ring back saying we were not allowed to come now. You're going to have to find somebody else.
They kept saying they wouldn't let us because it was going to cost too much. So they needed to find someone cheap.
Yeah. So to cut a long story short, at 10 o'clock that night, I had a really nice guy turn up from Mansfield with a low loader, and he was a good guy. He was really nice, really chirpy. That's what I needed, because by then I was getting a bit tired and cold and irritable and frustrated and lots of different feelings.
Jackie did everything. She did all the phone calls. She did talking to everybody. I sort of
went to sleep.
If someone come to the van to have a look, I did wake up, but I wasn't a lot good.
It was useless. Anyway, the guy came, he managed to get it on the low loader for us, brilliant. I was just having kittens wondering how it was going to be, but anyway, he knew what he was doing. And I did manage to vlog that piece very quickly. I didn't do anything else what was going on. I think I was just too uptight with everything, and with you being poorly as well. So we then managed to get home an hour and 15 minutes later, because of course there was roadworks, so we was diverted twice.
The roads were blocked, weren't they?
Roads were blocked and roadworks. So
we had to go some real B roads where at the sides of rivers, and the roads are just terrible.
He drove nicely.
He was literally going 15, 20 mile an hour in the back of the motorhome on the it was like that.
So he took us to the garage where we'd already rung up before saying, can we leave it outside, and they'd already agreed that. I then walked home, which was only about a 5-minute walk, got our car because I just knew that we needed to unload.
We only live around the corner from the garage, don't we? Well, a quarter mile maybe, isn't it?
So I knew that I needed to unload, if not only the food but some other things, because we knew the garage couldn't look at it for 2 weeks, although we could go at any time to pick something out of it. So you went with a guy, didn't you, to sort the motorhome. I went home, got the car, came back. So I'd already had things all packed up ready, because I was doing that while we was waiting for recovery. And as we was loading everything into the car, it decided to rain.
And we got drenched.
And it wasn't a little sprinkle. Oh no, the heavens opened. Anyway, hey ho, here we go. How much more can happen on this day? So we got home, didn't we? And unloaded. You said I'm off to bed, so you went up to bed. I literally just put the stuff away in the fridge because I just needed that. I knew that needed to go away. Everything else, and I don't know where the bags all came from, but there were loads of bags. I just neatly just kept them in the kitchen. I thought they'll still be there in the morning for me. Yeah. So we went to bed, didn't we?
We did.
And that's the story. And then in the meantime, we've spoken to the garage, and they have told us this is what's wrong with the motorhome.
They took 2 weeks to even look at it. That's how busy they are, didn't they?
Yep.
And I spoke to the guy the other day, didn't I? And he said we plugged it in. It didn't come up with anything really that they could find what it was. So he said we pressurised your fuel tank, and he said it started for about a few seconds. So he said we knew then it didn't have no diesel in it. So all that time, all that was wrong
7 hours waiting because we had no diesel.
We had no diesel. Basically, the sender unit in the tank had broken, and it was in between a quarter and a half, so you'd think you got loads of fuel left, but
it was actually empty.
That was empty.
So yeah, easy fix, although we still haven't got the motorhome back yet. He has ordered the part. It was meant to have come in last week. So we're just really waiting for him to sort it, but we just want the motorhome back now, don't we?
We do.
We haven't been away for 4 weeks, and we're missing it.
I think it's the 4th week this weekend, isn't it?
Probably, yeah. So that's our story. It was a horrendous 24 hours. Apart from that, the weekend we had was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I would love to be showing you now a little vlog of us in the motorhome, but that's not happening either yet, is it?
Not yet. Hopefully we'll get it this week, won't we?
Yeah.
But even if they don't get it,
I think we're going to go and pick it up, aren't we? Because we want to get it winterised and stuff, and want to get it on the drive, so there's some heat going on in there.
Well, we've got a few days of frozen weather coming, and I've still got water in my pipes, and I know the boiler is still full of water.
Yeah, so we really need to do that. So we're going to ring him either today or tomorrow, and if they're not got a date to do it, then I think we're going to go and pick it up, aren't we?
Yeah, we can always take it back.
So that's our horrendous 24 hours, which probably isn't horrendous to some of you, but it is to me. And the annoying thing is that for 7 hours it was because we had no diesel.
All I needed to do was get a jerry can, get a bit of fuel,
and we could see a petrol station.
Yeah, that's the annoying thing. It was next to a
petrol station.
And we could have just drove it home. But
now we don't know how long it's been like that for, because we normally go away for the weekend, and when we come home we always go and fill it up with petrol, so it's got a full tank, and then bring it home.
Always, don't we?
So we never run it low, do we?
If it's 200 miles or 50 miles, we've been, we'll always just go back and fill it up, won't we?
We will, but there you go, we've learnt a lesson. So next time when I say to him when we're leaving somewhere and we've been a distance, shall we put diesel in? We will be putting diesel in.
So she's blaming me, really.
Won't we? Yeah, I am blaming you. I know we wanted to do it, we wanted to see what miles we was getting, how much it was going to cost, but instead of that we had quite a horrendous, personally I did, 7 hours.
Never mind.
Anyway, we are going to leave it here.
Well, we're in our shop, which I might take you for a little wander around, can't I? So yeah, we've actually got a flooring shop, so we do all sorts of flooring, hard flooring, carpets, all sorts. It's strange bringing everybody here though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a normal flooring shop really. Our Christmas window is all set up. We've got Father Christmas, life-size Father Christmas.
He does dance. He's not going to dance for me now, is he?
No, he is sound activated.
He is sound activated. There he is.
But he used to.
He used to sing, but we had to cut his wires last year because I couldn't stand it anymore.
No.
He was so noisy.
He was,
I couldn't even hear him on that phone, could we?
So this is our normal Christmas window, but we have also got, I'll show you outside first. This is our award-winning Christmas window. So there we go. We've got a train station. There's all sorts of bits. When that car's finished messing about, there's lots of little shops, and there's a Christmas tree, old milk float there, look. And then I can get around here to show you, these are all little shops. And, the train does work, as you can probably hear. You've got a signal box there with people in. We've got a garage here. We've got the police telling the garage off for having a load of stuff on the road. We've got some more little shops along there. Say the motorbikes are new this year, and then we've got the train station.
And it does light up, doesn't it? It is lit up a bit now, but
Yeah.
you can see it better when it's dark, can't you?
Yeah, what I might do is just do a little, before we leave tonight, I'll just do a little bit of videoing. Yeah, and that's it. So this is where we work.
And this is why we like to go away in the motorhome.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just say my usual thing. If you like us, and you could subscribe with a thumbs up and ring the bell for more notifications, would be brilliant. And for now, I'm going to say bye.
Adios.
And we'll see you on the next one.